Good morning, everyone. How are you? Hope you are fine and safe at home. As you know, we will start our courses online. Today we will start chapter 22. A second. Okay, we'll start chapter 22, organic chemistry. In your book page 669 and 670. Okay, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to recognize that uniqueness of the carbon bonding results in many organic compounds. Explain what meant by hydrocarbon. Discuss the type, the bond in organic compounds. Compare between organic compounds and inorganic compounds. Organic chemistry. Okay. What do I mean of organic chemistry? Once I mention organic chemistry, I have to mention carbon elements. Okay. The scientific study of carbon, this is the organic chemistry. The scientific study of the carbon-based compound, hydrocarbon, and their derivatives. Before we go in details in organic chemistry, we have to compare between organic and inorganic compounds. Okay, first point, organic based on carbon, as we mentioned before. Inorganic, not based on carbon. Of course, we have some exception, for example, like sodium carbonate. It contains carbon, but this is not organic compound. Second point, non-electrolyte. This is an organic compound, okay? But inorganic compound, electrolyte, like acid, bases, salts. We talk acid-base salts last quarter, okay? What the meaning again between electrolyte and non-electrolyte? Electrolyte is a chemical substance that conduct electricity, okay? By producing ions, ion and anion, okay? This is the meaning of electrolyte. So, inorganic compound and non-electrolyte, inorganic electrolyte. Third point, all bond in organic compound is a covalent bond. Bond in organic compound is a covalent bond, okay? But in organic compound, this is ionic bond. Again, what the difference between covalent and ionic? Covalence happen by sharing electron between two elements, okay? Ionic by gain and lose. Gain and lose. Some of element will lose electron and other elements will gain this electron, okay? Electron or more, 2 or 3, okay? Fourth point, organic compound, low boiling point, low melting point. Vice versa, an organic compound has a high boiling point and high melting point. Organic compound soluble in non-polar solvent. Inorganic soluble in polar solvent like water, okay? Organic compound complex structure. We will study the structure. It has many kinds of structure, organic compound. We'll study it later, okay? Inorganic compound is a simple structure, okay? For example, salt, sodium chloride in HCl, the simple, okay? Acid, for example, H2SO4, okay? Simple structure. Organic compound, we have millions of compounds, but inorganic compound, just thousands of compounds. Okay, this is a comparison between organic and inorganic compounds. Where we can find organic in our daily life, organic compounds in your daily life. You will find it in your food, in your cosmetics material, in your medicine, in your toothpaste, in your coffee, okay? Even it's found inside your body. Inside your body, a lot of organic compounds, okay? So you will find organic compounds in all your daily life. Okay, what do I mean of hydrocarbon? When we talk about organic compound, we have to talk about hydrocarbon, okay? From its name, hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon, okay? Hydro comes from hydrogen. Carbon is a carbon. So, hydrocarbons means it contains carbon and hydrogen. Carbon and hydrogen, okay? Any compound containing only hydrogen and carbon, this is called hydrocarbon. Any compound can just contain hydrogen and oxygen and carbon, this is called hydrocarbon, okay? Some example, methane, CH4, carbon, and 4 hydrogen, hydrocarbon, okay? Ethane, C2H6, this is hydrocarbon, contain only carbon and hydrogen. Ethene, C2H4, this is also hydrocarbon, okay? Any element, any compound containing hydrogen and carbon, this is called hydrocarbon. Types of hydrocarbon. We have two types of hydrocarbon, or it's classified in two types, okay? Aliphatic and aromatic. Aliphatic and aromatic, okay? Aliphatic, like the last example, methane, ethane, ethene, this is called aliphatic. It consists chain of carbons, okay, connected together, or branches, okay? You can find side branch from this chain, okay? But it is chain. Not contain any benzene ring, okay? Benzene ring not included in aliphatic hydrocarbon, okay? The difference between aliphatic and aromatic hydrocarbon, that in aromatic hydrocarbon it must contain benzene ring, okay? Benzene ring, this is a six sides ring, closed ring containing, for example, 6 carbon, and this is called benzene ring, okay? Okay, hydrocarbon have two types of carbon bonding, to be single bond or double and triple. For example, single bond only, this is called saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon. If we find all the bond between the carbons, whatever we have to carbon, 3, 4, 5, 10, okay, whatever, or if all the bond is a single bond, this is saturated hydrocarbon, okay? But if you have double bond or triple bond, this is called unsaturated hydrocarbons, okay? So the bonds, at least الهيدروكربون unsaturated hydrocarbon, it has least 2 carbon because the bond between 2 carbon. But saturated, maybe we have 1 carbon, like methane, CH4, 1 carbon, okay? But if we have make a double or triple bond, at least we have 2 carbon, okay? As the carbon is the basic unit of the organic chemistry, so we have to study carbon from the beginning, okay? How is carbon? We said it's unique substance elements, okay? It contains 4 electrons in its outer valence shell. Carbon contains 6 C6, it contains 6 electrons, 6 protons, and we don't concerned about the neutron, okay? It contains 6 neutron also, okay? Whatever number of P equal E, number of protons equal electrons, okay? So C6, when we started to distribute the electrons, C, okay, 6, it will distribute the first shell, it will hold 2, 4, okay, 2, 4, 2 electron, then 4 electron in the second shell, okay? So the outermost shell in the carbon atom, it contains hold 4 electron, 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? The outer shell of carbon, it contains 4 electrons. The valence electron or the outermost shell contains 4 electrons, okay? So the 4 valence electrons in this outer shell, which will make, consider each electron make a point for or join to form another bond with, for example, hydrogen, okay? Each electron like a connecting point, okay? Each electron, we consider each electron as a connecting point, okay? So we have 4 valence electron, we have 4 bonds. Each carbon in any organic compound must be surrounded by 4 bonds. Whatever they are, single, double, triple, it must have 4 bonds around any carbon atom, okay? Let's see some examples. For example, here we have 2 carbon, okay? Cover any one and count the bonds with the other one, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now cover the other one and point the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Whatever, any carbon must be surrounded by 4 bonds. 4 covalent bonds. Okay, 4 covalent bonds. Okay, again here 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if we have double bond, 1, 2, so 3, 4. We have a triple bond, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so any carbon must be surrounded by 4 bonds. Okay, this is a rule. Okay, we have a diagram here. Okay, for example, here 4 electrons of the carbon will join with the 4, because it will form 4 bonds. It can join with the 4 hydrogen. Okay, so CH4. Okay, each electron from the hydrogen will join, will join with electron in carbon. Okay, okay, this is a single bond as we mentioned before. Okay, we have, if it is saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, this is unsaturated hydrocarbon. If it has a double bond, we'll find this shape. Okay, carbon and carbon, and this is the double bond between them. So as each one must be surrounded by 4 bonds. Okay, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but if we have a triple bond, we'll find this shape. Okay, carbon and carbon, and there is a triple bond between them. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We miss 1. Okay, will be here for 4. Okay, for the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, most of the elements will join with the carbon in organic chemistry: nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. Okay, or sulfur yani not much. Okay, nitrogen, hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, and halogen. Okay, we'll start each one in details. Okay, nitrogen bonding. Let's see the nitrogen containing how many electron? How many electron the hydrogen? 7. Okay, 2 in the first shell and 5 in the second shell. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 electron and 7 protons. Okay, as number of electron equal number of protons. Okay, 2, 5. Okay, to reach the stability, grade 11, to reach to the stability, we said it before. Okay, we have to reach to which number of electrons? Yes, excellent. To 8. To be stable, any element to be stable, it must reach to 8. Okay, in the second and third shell. Okay, it must be 8 to be stable. So we have 5 in outer shell of the nitrogen. Okay, to be stable, it needs 3. Okay, it needs 3 electrons. It needs 3 electrons to be stable. So nitrogen usually form 3 bonds because it has 5. Okay, in valence electron. 3 bond will give nitrogen a complete octet or stability. Okay, so we'll form 3 bonds. If you see any nitrogen, okay, in organic compound, it must be surrounded by 3 bonds. It must be surrounded by 3 bonds. Okay, oxygen O8. You have to save some elements, some famous elements in the periodic table. Okay, oxygen 8, 2, 6, 2, 6. When we distribute electrons, the first shell 2, the second shell 6. Okay, also to reach stability, we have to reach, excellent, 8. Okay, 6, we want to reach 8, then we have to gain 2 electrons. Okay, you have to gain 2 electrons or share 2 electrons, sorry, to share 2 electrons, so it will form 2 bonds. Okay, oxygen to need 2 electrons to complete its octet. Okay, to reach stability. Oxygen form 2 bonds. So in oxygen you will find in organic compound it must be surrounded by 2 electrons. It must be surrounded by 2 electrons. Okay, so again from the beginning, carbon must be surrounded by 4 bonds. Nitrogen, it must be surrounded by 3 electron bonds. Oxygen, it must be surrounded by 2 electrons. 2 bonds, sorry. Okay? Hydrogen, the famous element in organic compound, and hydrogen. Okay? Hydrogen, 1, contain only 1 electron. Okay? It has only 1 shell containing 1. As we know, okay, first shell stable by 2. Okay? The first shell stable by 2 electrons. So, the hydrogen will share another electron to reach stability. Okay? So it will form 1 bond. Hydrogen will form 1 bond. Don't imagine you will find any hydrogen in organic compound surrounded by more than 1 bond. Okay? Hydrogen means 1 bond. Okay? Will share 1 bond with another element. Okay? Okay. Also, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they have 7 electrons in their outer shell. So to reach stability, they have to share 1 electron. So they will have 1 bond. Okay, chlorine, all the halogens, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine. They must be surrounded by only 1 bond. Okay. I hope you enjoy this lesson. Okay. And this is learning outcomes. I hope you and now you can able to compare between organic and inorganic compounds. Okay, if you able are, please check right. If you can describe what the meaning of hydrocarbon as we said, okay, any compound containing hydrogen and carbon, okay, yes, take right. If you recognize organic chemistry in your daily life, please take right. You can explain what the mean carbon bonding, type carbon bonding, please take right. Okay, before I leave you, I want you to watch this video about organic chemistry. Wait.